Hi everybody, it's Jill with Green Thumb Stampers. Time for another Finally Friday video. Today we're going to do paper piecing, and that's just what it sounds. We're going to piece some paper into the image and give it a whole new look. And give me 2 seconds and we'll get started, and I'll show you how you do that. Alright, so let's dig into paper piecing here. This is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to piece paper. So you've got these open images, like so, and you're going to stamp them down, but you don't want to color them, so what you can do is piece paper over the top of the image. And then that gives you a whole new look to what you've got going on there. And with using some type of designer paper or other technique design that you've created, you give your images a whole new look. And I've also got this stamp set that you've got all sorts of options of paper piecing for their clothing and the buckets. So let's get started. I'm going to show you I'll call it the basics. It's not really the basics because the whole thing is basic, but I'm just going to show you how it works. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to take the boots. I've just got a basic card layer here. It's 3 3/4 by 5, and so I'm just sort of recreating what I have down here. You want to ink up your image and stamp it down. So I did the boots. Then I want my boots inked up again. Oh, is that off the camera? I got my camera set up different, and so I keep setting it up different every time I'm doing something, and so it's all trial and error of if I'm in the frame. I'm standing on my stool so I can see. And there we go. Looks like I got that one in there. So then what you want to do is you want to cut them out. Stay kind of close to your outline. You don't want to leave too much on the outside of the black line in this case, or it will show when you put it down. But you don't want to cut in too much, whoops, like that, or it might not show properly. Alright, then we're going to glue it down and piece. Oops, I didn't cut the toes off. Whoop. I thought that it looked like I hadn't done it, and I skipped over it anyway because I'm trying to hurry. I like my Finally Fridays to be quicker than my normal, like Tuesday video, just to give you an overview of a new technique or something. So there you go. You glue that down over the image that you stamped, and voila, you've got a whole new look for that particular image. So what I did, because I tried this before I realized I wasn't stamping on camera, I had also put the umbrella down and stamped another umbrella. And as I showed you, you got to stamp your image onto your designer paper. And in this case, I stamped on that same purple, and I stamped onto this pink. I cut out a full umbrella of the pink and glued it on. Then I cut out just the strip of the purple and glued it on. And then I put it onto a thicker cardstock so that it had heft to it, because I wanted to pop it up. And the designer paper is not going to have a lot of strength to it without putting it onto the white card base. So I did that, then I cut it all out, and I glued it onto the top of the card, and then I finished the card off. I put some raindrops and created a sentiment from the under my umbrella set. So that's that one. And then let me show you from my video on Tuesday last Tuesday, where I used the ladies, or the lady and her little girl from Beautiful Moments. I just wanted to show you a way that I did those cards, or those clothes, because it's a little bit different, and I just wanted to give you a quick show. So for the little girl, I just took my black and I just tried to get just the little girl's dress, and then I looked at where I had a huge amount of dots, because I wanted to get a lot of dots on her dress. So I cut out a piece of the paper, and then I kind of went like this to see where I was going to get the most bang for my dot. And then I laid it over there, and then I just pressed on her. It also helps save on paper so that you don't... Oh, look, I didn't hardly get any dots. But I then cut out her dress and glued it on. So you'll see you're going to have, you know, you got to cut around her arm, and I'm not sure if that's her neck. I think it's the neck of her body. So now I've got her dress. And then I can do the mom the same way. I'm going to ink up. I wanted to do her skirt, so I'm going to ink up just her skirt, or as kind of just her skirt as I can get. And then I wanted to use some of my shaving cream technique paper to draw in the background. Let me show you the card. Draw in the background that I did the background of the card with the shaving cream technique, so I wanted to pull that in for her skirt. So I inked it up, and then again I'm just going to lay it down on there and kind of press, because I don't want to get too much, didn't want to waste too much of the paper. So then again you can cut out her skirt. Let's see if I... And a lot of, like this overhang here, you don't have to worry about some of that because the image is already going to have it on there. So rather than trying to get into too much detail in your cutting, you can let the image that you stamped kind of do some of that extra for you too. We're going to glue down her skirt. And then for the mom lady, I had the plain with patterns paper that I was using. So now, again, I'm just going to ink it up, and I want to get just her shirt. And I wanted her shirt to coordinate, so I won't cut that out because you see what I'm doing there. So I wanted to get just her shirt in a different color. So now I've got the little girl, and then I went through with a light blue marker and colored her dress in to be the pool party blue. And then I have the shaving cream skirt and then the coordinating paper from over here as her shirt. So there you go. There's a couple different ideas for how to do some paper piecing. I want to keep wanting to say piercing, but it's paper piecing. You're piecing the paper in. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed my video, and we'll talk to you next week. Happy Friday, everybody.